Can meditation and mindfulness help us tap into and better understand our subconscious thoughts and feelings?
Meditation and mindfulness are two very different things. It's important to separate those two. So mindfulness is the practice of being present to whatever it is that you're doing, to not just mindlessly eating, just doing something on autopilot, and it's very just vacant experience where your just body's just kind of doing it. You know, when you're driving, you know, you can be on autopilot and just not even realize how you got there. You know, or in the shower, you just time just sort of melts away, and you just because you just like, did I wash myself or did I? Like, you know, you just, it's so autopilot, you're just not even there. And that can be a good experience. You know, it can be a time out and, you know, and valuable in its own way. But the thing is, you're not going to be able to direct your life if you're mindless. And that's the purpose of mindfulness, is to be able to direct yourself on your internal frames by being present. You cannot do it when you're absent, only when you're present. So there's no power in mindlessness. Then you're just like an animal. You're just responding to urges, physical urges. You know, I think it's our most human power, is mindfulness. The ability to wake up in the moment and say, okay, is this do I want to do this? Being mindful takes a lot of effort too. It takes a lot of cognitive power. It takes a lot of calories, I think, to be actually present. Like, you get worn down as you get more and more tired as well. You know, you have less ability to do that too. That's why when people are tired, they tend to be angry and snappy and all that, because you're just responding to whatever feeling you have, and whatever feelings you have are usually quite aggressive because you're just very short on the emotional control, you know, and even emotional control, again, you can't control your emotions, but your ability to notice your emotions and question them and process them better, that ability is in very short capacity when your batteries are low and you need sleep. But it does take a certain practice and fitness, if you will. You know, you need to stay present. You know, and no one can stay present all the time. It's just like no one can hold a weight, you know, indefinitely. Just hold it out there, and you eventually wear down. So it's not something that you should expect that you could be able to consistently maintain all day long, all day, every day. Mindfulness would actually be the goal here, is because one of the keys to getting into a better relationship with yourself and to better self-management is the first foundational piece is awareness, right? Is being present and aware to what's coming up within you, right? Because you have to be able to notice what it is that's happening if you have any hope of actually shifting it, right? So, I mean, if you think about hunger, you know, as in if the hunger just comes up and you just react to it, you eat, then you're never going to get anywhere trying to lose weight. So, yeah, you really do have to, you know, be aware to it, see it, and then think, okay, feel the hunger, look at it, think about it, question it, and then decide what to do with it, right? If that, and like I said, that is it's the one quality that humans have that makes us human, right? Is the ability to do that. We don't just react to whatever feelings and urges come up. You know, really, then we are just being the human animal there. But if we're going to use our higher human function here, is the ability to, you know, it's a higher consciousness that you're accessing. So bringing that presence and that awareness and you might call that mindfulness, right? So, but because it is kind of a skill, it's a skill, and it requires a certain practice, and you get better and better at it, and you get better at using it and using it more often, and noticing when you're not using it. You know, so yeah, and so you might think of that as a certain fitness, mindfulness fitness. You know, how fit are you at that? You know, at first you're not going to be very fit. You're not going to be very conscious of your unconsciousness, and how absent that your mind actually is, and then you start to notice how mindless that we are most of the time, and then you get better at it, and then it becomes sort of a habit, and then you don't have to put so much energy in it and an effort into it. So at first it's an effort, and then it becomes more habitual for you to be watching yourself. Right. So, and this comes back to what the point of the meditation. Meditation is a good tool for building your fitness, your mindfulness fitness. Right? Because at first it's so mindless, so absent, we don't even realize. We don't realize how much we don't actually control the thoughts, that we don't realize how much there's just an incessant flow of thought and feeling, just relentlessly just flowing from you. If you try and stop it for even a second, is almost impossible. So I mean, that's a quite a significant realization for people to have, is that the thoughts and feelings are actually something that they have no control over, and are absolutely relentless every second. And so using that power, that indirect power of noticing it and then redirecting it, that's it. That's what mindfulness is, the ability to notice your thoughts, notice your feelings, and redirect them.
And that is helpful with the subconscious mind.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's, to some degree, that's really the foundation of subconscious mind management, accessing the higher consciousness, which is mindfulness.